Inside of the capsule, so all this area around here, this is the renal cortex. And you see all these triangles. All together, all the triangles together, it's called the renal medulla. And around the medulla is the renal cortex. So moving on, so again, cortex, all the triangles together, that's called the medulla. Between the triangles, so like right here, the light color area between the triangles, this is called a renal column. And the name for the triangles themselves, specifically, it's called a renal pyramid. And they are actually three-dimensional, so that's why they're pyramids, renal pyramids. All of the pyramids point towards a little small tube right here. So this is called a minor calyx. And then where you see multiple minor calyces, when they merge together, the bigger tube now is a major calyx. So minor calyx, major calyx, and where majors merge together, this really big area is called a renal pelvis. And the pelvis, when it tapers, it starts to form a ureter. So then on to the blood vessels. Well, we already learned, from the aorta, there's a renal artery. But now, as soon as the renal artery splits, all these branches are called segmental arteries. You follow segmental artery. Once you get between the pyramids, it's called the interlobar artery. And when it wraps around the pyramid, just on the edge of the cortex, this is called the arcuate artery. And when it extends into the cortex, so coming out this way, that's called the interlobular artery. Okay? So segmental artery, interlobar artery, arcuate artery, extending out, interlobular artery. And then the veins, well, interlobular vein, arcuate vein, interlobar vein. Segmental, though, is only for the arteries. Okay, so this is all interlobar vein, and then back to the renal vein. So then, what you see here has been zoomed in, and that's this piece, which is zoomed in right here. So again, the brown surface is the renal capsule, just inside the renal cortex, and then we're looking at just one renal pyramid, a whole dark triangle. And you still see the same blood vessels, so interlobar artery and vein, arcuate artery and vein, and interlobular artery and vein in the cortex. So still another set of blood vessels right here. We see the color change. This is where we have the term peritubular capillary network. Peritubular capillary network. And then this will lead us now to the nephrons. So that's the kind of, cream colored tube. So we can start right here. This is a renal corpuscle. So the outside part, the tan part, is the Bowman's capsule, and the inside part is the glomerulus. And this renal corpuscle, that's what's blown up right here. Just zoomed in closer. So just going through the parts of the nephron, the outside tan part, Bowman's capsule, and then the next part right after it where it's coiled, here and here, it's called a proximal convolute tubule. Proximal, it's close to the Bowman's capsule. Proximal convolute tubule. The big U shape here is a loop of Henle, also known as a nephron loop. And on the other side, we go back to the cortex. So this is a distal convoluted tubule. And then after that, we go back into the medulla, back into the pyramid, and this is the collecting duct. So Bowman's capsule, proximal convoluted tubule, loop of Henle, distal convoluted tubule, collecting duct. Those are the different parts of the nephron. And a little note, okay, then we have to go from here to here. So still the outside part is the Bowman's capsule. I'm just saying, did I have a different name for that? Yeah, another name is parietal epithelium. Same thing, parietal epithelium, Bowman's capsule. The inside is the glomerulus, the capillary structure. So there's arterioles on each side. The one with the bigger diameter, the bigger arteriole, this is called the afferent arteriole. And the other side's the efferent arteriole. On the afferent arteriole only, see the area right here that's like cut out? This is the juxtaglomerular apparatus on the afferent arteriole. It leads to the glomerulus and then out to the efferent arteriole. Bowman's capsule wrapped around, and then you see a little bit of the proximal convoluted tubule. Whereas over here, this is a bit of a distal convoluted tubule. Okay, so it's zoomed in to here, or that was all here. That's all the parts.